As time passed, the very essence of human civilization would change. Communities would become more insular, and the concept of trust would be redefined. In a world without electricity, every day would be a fight for survival, and it would take everything people had to keep going. At this point, the idea of restoring power would become a distant hope. People would still wonder if electricity would ever come back, but as the years dragged on, the chances of that happening would become slimmer. Governments and large organizations would struggle to get the systems back up and running, and the complexity of rebuilding power grids, communication systems, and infrastructure would be a massive undertaking. The financial and human resources required to restore everything would be nearly impossible to gather in the absence of a functioning economy. The global population would shrink and society would regress, reverting to simpler ways of life that rely on the most basic human skills: farming, hunting, and cooperation. But even in the face of such devastation, humans would find a way to adapt. Over time, society would rebuild itself from the ground up. The loss of electricity would force humanity to rediscover the importance of community, resourcefulness, and sustainability. The survivors of this new world would create new systems, new ways of living, and a new understanding of how to thrive without the technology that once defined their lives. But it would be a hard road ahead, one where every day would require a reminder of how much we took for granted in the world we once knew. It would be a world in which the need for electricity is no longer a convenience but a distant memory, a world where survival would take precedence and the lessons learned from this global catastrophe would change humanity forever. And in that future, the question would still linger: would we be able to build a better world from the ashes of the old one? Or would we fall back into the same patterns of over-reliance on technology, forgetting the lessons of the blackout that nearly destroyed civilization? One thing is certain: the world without electricity would forever change the way we see the world and the way we live in it. The story of this new world would be one of resilience, struggle, and the enduring human spirit. It would be a world where survival is the only thing that matters and where humanity would learn the true meaning of self-sufficiency.